A little bit of a different video today. We have the Rolls-Royce Ghost extended. Delivery is expected for the first quarter of 2021. We are not going to start with engine statistics here because that is not what these are about. Let's hop inside, start the video there. And hopping in is where the magic happens. My elbow is just in front of a fridge which has been masterfully tuned to either be at 6 degrees centigrade or 11 degrees centigrade, depending on what vintage champagne you have. I have my own infotainment system controls here. I have the addition of 170mm of legroom, seats which almost lie flat. You have this incredible starlight ceiling, as you do with any Rolls-Royce Ghost. The interior on these things is where the magic happens. We do also need to talk about the chassis and engine. So let's hop up the front and talk about that. Now, if you do buy one of these things, which by the way start at $720,000, Rolls-Royce are obviously famed for coach building, so not any single Rolls-Royce is alike. So start at 720 and work up. You are one of two people that would want to buy one of these. You either want to be chauffeured around, which is where the extended wheelbase comes in, or you do love driving these things. And love driving this thing, you would indeed. A 6.75 litre V12 will propel you to 100 in 4.8 seconds. Nothing to slouch at. The chassis is an aluminium chassis, and you're probably wondering, Simon, how is it so heavy at 2.5 tonne if it's an aluminium chassis? Rolls-Royce pride themselves the fact that they have added 100 kilos of sound deadening to this thing to make it as supple and luxurious and sensory deprivation as possible. The air is even purified as it comes into the cabin. Now, quickly touching on that engine, interestingly, at 420 kilowatts, it's not hugely powerful, but at 1600 RPM, you have the full 850 Newton meters of torque, which is ridiculous. And that's how the car gets 0 to 100 in 4.8 seconds for such a huge car. Talking of huge, let's go look at the outside and talk some of the really, really big numbers. 5.7 meters long, a 3.5 meter wheelbase, 2 meters wide, and all-wheel drive, rear-wheel steer, aluminium chassis. You will be reminded that it is a Rolls-Royce. However, the brand design guidelines have been updated, so the rear lights have been tweaked just a little bit. The familiarities of the center caps remain. They stay level. Soft closing, doors moving round to the front, the familiar Rolls-Royce shape, laser headlights. Yes, those bad boys project 600 meters up the road. The addition of a subtly lighting up grille up front, rounded off by the spirit of ecstasy, remind everyone just what's coming up on their rear. And we of course have to talk about the dash. Everyone has been talking about this, and obviously you can see the incredible detail in the dash, which matches the roof, which you still have. Inside, huge infotainment system. You have a world-class heads-up display, the most detailed from any manufacturer. You have your usual cruise control, adaptive cruise control, lane departure systems to make sure that you in the back are as safe as can possibly be. And if I want to hop out of my Serenity seats in the theatre pack, just open the door, gently push it. There is no added effort here. It is all to keep the driver, the passenger, as relaxed and in tune with what they're trying to do. No distractions. That's what Rolls-Royce is all about. Just for comparison, we have the Ghost model before. So touching on the rear lights, you can see the rear lights there and the rear lights here, just tuned ever so slightly. Going around to the front, you can see the front slightly more refined, remains the shape. On the old one, you can actually see what everyone would classify as a Rolls-Royce Ghost, and the grille slightly protrudes. Where on the new one, it's all neatly packaged. Still looks good, looks better. And that brings us to the end of this somewhat different video, the walk around of the Rolls-Royce Ghost Extended. I want to throw a huge thank you out to Rolls-Royce Perth for being so accommodating and inviting and letting me poke around this $740,000 upwards car. As always, like, subscribe, tell me what you thought of this car down below. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next video. And of course, would that ever get old? I don't think so.